afternoon. I am Sharice Gainey, the Department Chair for the Speech Language Pathology Assistant Program. It is with honor, pride, and great joy that I welcome you to the 2024 pinning ceremony. I am certain that each of our graduates could share stories of some of their most memorable, influential, and unforgettable experiences. They have taken a journey along a road less traveled. And as Robert Frost said, well, he said it best, that they've taken a road less traveled that has made all the difference. On behalf of the FTCC SLP Assistant Faculty, FTCC Administration, family, and friends, I welcome you to this year's celebration of success. Before I take my seat, I would like to recognize some special guests. We have Dr. Mark Sorrells, FTCC President. Dr. Murtis Worth, Senior Vice President of Academic and Student Services. Mrs. Michelle Walden, Dean of Allied Health Technologies. We also have Ms. Ebony Cannon, Allied Health Division Academic Advisor. And I also salute any additional FTCC family, such as our support for videographer, photographer, and our technology team that are in the rear. We appreciate you, as well as our community partners and friends. And we have some of our clinical supervisors in the building, and I want to say thank you for your service, thank you for your support, thank you for your dedication and your patience with our lovely students. And last but definitely not least, I salute each of you, each of the individuals that make up the village that supported each of these students as they wrote each page of this chapter in their book of life. Thank you very much. At this time, we will have our graduates come in and be acknowledged because they want to be in for the entire ceremony. So at this time, will you please stand with me and salute them as they enter the room. We could just make some noise. I present to you the class of 2024. You may be seated. And at this time, I will ask for one of our very own class of 2024 to come up. Ms. LaTanya Green graciously accepted the request to give the invocation. After the invocation will be the national anthem, also sung by Ms. LaTanya Green.
Yeah. That's all right, y'all.
Everybody bow your heads, please. Please join me in prayer. Almighty God, we call upon your grace in this sacred moment within this hallowed space. With reverence, we gather hearts brimming with light to honor the journey, to honor the might. Bless these seekers with your guiding hand as they tread the path where knowledge stands. May their minds be sharp, their spirits strong. In the pursuit of truth, may they always belong. Thank you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
You did great, babe.
Wow, are you ready? Yeah. Latanya, thank you so much for blessing us. With your beautiful instrument. Thank you so much.
Amen.
All right, at this time, I am going to ask Ms. Sol Mercado Lopez to come forward and salute her class mates.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sol Mercado Lopez. I would like to officially welcome all of you to the 2024 SLPA pinning ceremony. In the beginning of our journey, we started off as complete strangers who were embarking on a new journey in life. There were some of us starting school for the very first time right out of high school, and there were some of us who were a little more seasoned in life, wanting a change of career paths, and even some of us wanting to get back into the workforce after spending years caring for our families. We all came from different walks of life and different necks of the woods, but we all shared one common goal, and that was to successfully make it to the end of this SLPA program. In the beginning of our journey and all throughout, we were told by a remarkable woman that different does not mean wrong, it just simply means different. In the beginning of our journey, and still now today, we are all different and there's nothing wrong about that. Recognizing and adopting this saying into our journeys was one of the best things that we could have done, as it can be used in many ways. In this profession, we work with children who have communication difficulties, and even some with other disorders as well. Therapy must cater to each and every individual because they are all very different, just as we are. Not every session or child will be the same, so keeping in mind this saying will allow us to give grace and recognize that it is okay for differences to occur. There was something else that we heard quite frequently from this amazing woman, and that was to pivot. It was used as a motivator for us to shift course if anything were to happen. We all underwent our own struggles throughout the course of the program. Whenever we would bring up a struggle in class or in private conversation, we were met with encouraging words and the advice to pivot. I hope that the class of 2024 continues to adopt this advice to pivot in all instances in life. When life starts lifing, as we say, let's find a way out of the dilemma and pivot into a new course of action. Let's pivot if needed to provide better outcomes in therapy and to be better people within our day-to-day lives. Let us pivot well and pivot gracefully as we continue our life's journey. With that being said, we as a class want to extend our utmost gratitude to the remarkable and amazing woman who has taught us so much along the way. This woman is not only our department chair, but has also been our professor and at times a guidance counselor. Thank you, Mrs. Gainey, for all that you have done for us. We truly appreciate the work you have put into this program and for helping to shape us as SLPAs. We are also extending our gratitude to the other amazing professors that we have had throughout our journey. Thank you to Dr. Roverato for filling our brains to the brim with acquired disorders, ethics, and for taking the time to teach us about childhood dysphagia. Thank you to Mrs. All for so graciously holding an evening class to teach us about developmental disorders after her very busy day. Thank you to Mrs. Eastep. Where's Mrs. Eastep? Woo! For teaching us so much that we needed to know about assistive technology. You have all taken the time to teach us so much. You have dealt with us inquiring constantly about when grades would be in. And you have all been an integral part of our learning journey. Thank you to all of our clinical supervisors, some in the rooms. For their support of the program and for helping us to transition from the classroom into the therapy room. And last but certainly not least, thank you to all the support systems of the SLPA class of 2024. We are so grateful for the love and support given by you all. A special thank you to my family and my baby girl. Words cannot describe my gratitude. Also, a special thank you to the support systems of Heather, Skylar, Jessica, Caitlin, Odalis, Angela, Latanya, Madison, Morgan, Abigail, Joyce, Melina, and Anavia. We would not be where we are today without everyone mentioned, so once again, thank you. Almost done, I promise. Now for my fellow classmates, class of 2024. We did it! We made it through the end of this program and can finally call ourselves SLP assistants. We should all be very proud of ourselves and can now have a moment to finally take it all in. We started out as strangers at the mandatory information session and have turned into friends over the years. We have had many ups and downs throughout the course of the program. There may have been times we forgot an assignment when everyone else seemed to remember. We may have not gotten the score we desired on an assignment. And we may have also had personal struggles that impacted our focus at times. That being said, we also celebrated perfect scores, getting a better grade than what was expected, and celebrated any accomplishment of our classmates. We have given our all in this program to become the best SLP assistants we can be. We have worked hard in our classes, in our clinical rotation, and even in our study sessions prior to the board exam. At the end of all of that, we can officially say that we have developed so much professionally and personally. We have made it to the end of this journey, but it is not the end of our life's journey. We still have much to learn and grow in this field, but I am confident that everyone will continue to shine as they have this whole time. Ladies, let us remember to give ourselves grace and to always strive to be better, not only for ourselves, but for the communities that we will be serving here in the near future. Remember that success is a series of small victories. Always recognize the impact of our work and never forget the change we are making one little one at a time. Congratulations, everyone. Wishing you all success where your life's journey takes you next. Never forget this moment. You've earned it. Thank you.
Let's give Soul another round of applause. Very well said, Soul, and we thank you for graciously accepting the request to serve as this year's person to give the farewell salute to your classmates. Thank you so much. And before I take my seat and Ms. Estep comes to introduce our guest speaker, I must salute Dr. Nathaniel Abraham, who is our pianist. He did a lovely job as you and with LaTanya, and you would think that they have practiced that and studied, but they have not. They just have it like that, and they did a great job. Thank you, Ms. Estep.
Hey everyone, I'm Miss Estep, and I have the pleasure of announcing our guest speaker for tonight. An FTCC graduate, Demarius Santiago has 14 years of experience as an SLP assistant. She is currently working at the Speech for Kids Clinic in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Demarius graduated in 2010 and has since worked in private practice as well as Cumberland County schools. She has worked with children with developmental delays, language and articulation delays, autism, Down syndrome, and stuttering. She has seen kids in the work clinic, daycares, Head Starts, homes, private schools, and via several media platforms for teletherapy. Demarius performs speech sessions in English, Spanish, or bilingual format if both languages are spoken in the home. Demarius strives to establish a bond with the children she sees, as well as their parents, to point where she still receives texts from parents with pictures of children she has not seen in years. This time, let's welcome Ms. Santiago.
Nervous. Hi, everyone. It's an honor to be here. I was in those shoes 14 years ago, and it's amazing. Please excuse me if during the speech I've been with a cold for the past 3 days, and I was like, I hope I can make it. And then yesterday I had a rash all over my face. My face is red. I was like, oh my goodness, but I'm gonna make it. And we're here. God is good. So it's amazing that as I was preparing for this speech, first of all, I want to say that one of the first things that I wrote to say is, you did it. And then I read this and was like, oh my goodness, that's what I wrote. She did it. Yes, you did it. Because I know for a fact, when I was in those shoes, a lot of, at least I can speak for myself, you have a family, you have a husband, you have kids, I had a full-time job, and then I was a church treasurer and a youth, leader, and that was a lot. So I used to work till 6, and the dentist I used to work for, he would let me go leave 10, 15 minutes early so I could make it at 6 to FTCC. So I wouldn't get home to eat till like 10 o'clock at night. But I did it. And then when I think about that, I was like, oh my goodness, they all go through so much because you each have your challenges, you have your families, you have your jobs, you have so much going on. But you set your mind and you say, I'm gonna do this. And today is the day that you get to say, I did it. So I was pondering and thinking, how do I go about talking about my experiences? I needed something like, I don't know if you could say it, and excuse me, I am fully bilingual, so my accent will kick in at some point, so just let it slide, pretend you didn't hear it. But I was thinking, what can I talk about? And I thought about this. Right? Because if there's something you're gonna learn, speech pathology assistants and speech pathologists, we carry a lot of bags. We're always carrying bags. Sometimes we have 2, 3, or 4. And as you go through the years, at least I've gone through so many bags, different kinds, different shapes, different colors, different styles. I've gone through so many bags, I can't even tell you how many bags I've gone through. But there's one bag that you're always gonna keep, and you're always gonna keep filling it up and filling it up. And it's your bag of memories. Because in this field, you're gonna have so many memories, so many moments and memories that you're gonna keep and have inside that bag that's in your mind and in your heart. So I wanted to share with you a few of my experiences that I have and I keep and I have in that bag. So I'm gonna start with the B, and of course the B is for the bad. Because to be honest, I can't stand here and say, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be awesome, you're gonna float, it's gonna be, no, because you are gonna have some bad moments, bad memories. Like the time that a dog bit me when I went to a house, and the owner, she kept saying, he doesn't bite, he doesn't bite, he just barks, and he bit me. And I had a bruise on my ankle for like a week. So that's a bad moment, a bad memory. Or the moment the family decided to put a big, huge log right out there in the parking, and I didn't see it, and my car, I rammed it like, bad memory, really bad, especially my husband when he saw the car. See, you're gonna have those moments. Or the moment one of the babies, and you're gonna see a lot of babies, a lot of kids, a lot of teens, and a lot of them have behavior therapy for a reason, right? Well, I was starting out, and he kicked me on my jaw so hard that it clicked. I thought he had broken it. For 3 months, I couldn't yawn, so I had to hold my head like this when I was gonna yawn because it hurt so bad. Bad moments, bad memories. But even years after I stopped seeing him, his mom would send me pictures, and he grew up, and he was a good, well-adjusted young man. So you know what the good thing about the bad memories is? That you learn from them. You learn. So the next time you have a baby that has a behavior issue, you're not gonna go, oh baby, it's okay. You're gonna go, it's okay, baby. It's okay, come on, we can do this. You learn. You learn from all those moments. And then comes the A. And the A, I chose the word awesome. Because you're gonna go, when you start this new chapter, because you're starting a new chapter in your life, and you're gonna have so many and such amazing and awesome moments. They're gonna like fill your heart that you feel like it's gonna explode. Moments that you're gonna cherish and keep. Okay, you're gonna keep those moments and those memories with you. Like the first time a baby that's nonverbal, and one day, after months, after a year, after 2 years, they say their first word. And you start screaming, and mom starts screaming, and you start crying, and mom starts crying, and the baby starts crying because you scared him. But it's an awesome moment. and you keep that memory. Awesome moments. Like the time, and I think I shared this as one activity that Miss Gainey invited us, but I want to share it again because it impacted my life to this day. And there was this little girl that I used to see, and we didn't know, but every time I went to see her at the daycare, everyone was playing in the room, but she was in one little corner to the end, all by herself, and she was just sitting like this, and I would go see her, and every time I went to see her for speech, twice a week, her eyes would light up, and she would see me, and she was so happy, and we would have speech. Well, sure enough, she had to be evaluated by a pediatric, I think it was a psychologist or something to that effect. And her mom tells me, you know what? When I took her to be evaluated, she wouldn't talk. She wouldn't say one word. And it got to the point that the psychologist said, I can't do anything if she doesn't talk. We can try, but she has to say something. She has to answer some of my questions. I have to. And she was trying all kinds of things to get her to talk. And a little girl would not talk. Then her mom said, do you know that she knows Damaris? And her eyes lit, she asked the psychologist, immediately started talking, you know Damaris? And the psychologist just went on further. She said, Damaris, goodness, she's my best friend. And they did the evaluation. Mom was telling me this when I went to the house, and I was crying. Of course, I cried for everything, but anyway, I was crying because it was my memory to put in my bag, that special moment that you are able to impact someone's life to that point. You see? So you're gonna have those special memories, those special moments that you as a therapist are gonna keep with you. You can touch these kids' lives. Some of them just need a hug. Do you know that especially in the school system, if any of you are thinking of working for Cumberland County Schools, not only there, but especially, you may be the only person that gives a child a hug. Sometimes you come up to them and you see them and you hug them and you talk to them and they start crying because they're in need of that, that bonding, that hug, that knowing that someone is there for them. Some of them feel overwhelmed. Some of them feel alone. You see? You have in your hands something bigger than just a degree. You have the power with your knowledge that you have gained at FTCC and with that wonderful, amazing woman. But you have special tools that you're gonna use and you're gonna touch and impact little ones' lives. Awesome moments when you have a 22-year-old young man with Down syndrome see you when you're walking and call out your name and come and hug you. You impacted that life, you see? And then the G, I know you're all thinking it's for good, but it's not for good because I needed to make it work to say bag. But I want to say funny, but BAF is not speech correctly. How am I going to say BAF? So I said, genuinely funny moments. You're going to have those genuinely funny moments. And those are going to make your day, your week, or your month. Funny moments. Like this little one that I was working, and he was fronting. He was bringing his back sounds to the front, and we're working on that K and that G, and I'm bombarding him. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do the K in initial position, and we're gonna do it 10 times, 10 words, but each word you have to say it 3 times. So that's 30 words in initial position, and then medial position, and then final position. And there got a point that he looks at me, he crossed his legs, and he goes, He's like, I just started laughing. I could not hold myself, and then his mom comes out, what happened? She saw him, like, oh my goodness. He was like so tired. He said, I'm gonna do some yoga. Those are your genuinely funny moments. Moments that make your day. This little boy, they were Spanish speaking, so I was doing the session bilingual because he knew some words in English. And I was trying to, one of his goals, he had to name animals, so, okay, ¿qué es esto? What is this? And I showed him the dog. He's like, wow, wow. I'm like, okay, perro, dog. He's like, no, wow, wow. I'm like, okay, ¿y qué es esto? I show him the cat. What is it? And he goes, meow. I'm like, no, mira, gato, cat. He goes, no, meow, meow. And through all the animals, he just knew the sounds. That's when you bring the family in and you get them to work with you. I need you to start teaching him. It's not a meow meow, it's a cat, But the funny part about this is that I said, okay, no more animals. I took out a drumstick, a chicken leg, a drumstick, and I said, ¿qué es esto? And I'm thinking he's gonna say, pollo. He goes, pio pio. I said, no. He made the sound, pio pio. I'm like, okay, we need to talk to mom and dad. Those are your genuinely funny moments. But when I started in 2010, very first, I can't remember, I want to say the first 2 weeks, maybe the second week, third week at work, I went to this house, and I had little plastic animals. They were like yay big, like that big, tiny, small animals. I had the cow, I had the pig, I had the chicken, I had all the animals, and I'm working with them with animal sounds. And there was a big hole on the floor, and the chair where I was sitting was right next to the hole. So I had to hold on, because if the chair leg goes through that hole, I'm gonna be on the floor. So I was trying to stay in a way, seated in a way that I wouldn't fall. And then I had a big bag, big mistake. I had a huge bag, don't do that. A huge bag that I carried, and it was right there in front of me. And I'm sitting, and I'm teaching them. I'm sitting there, we're all at the table, the little boy and I. And his little brother comes up, and he brings one of my animals to me. And I'm thinking, because I'm not even looking, I'm thinking, how did he get it? But he says, Toma, here you go. He gives me the little animal. And I went to grab it, and all I see when I look at the animal, this is gonna be weird, but I'm gonna show you, because you're not gonna understand it unless you have a visual, exactly what I saw. I saw this. Like that. I'm like, it was a mouse. He had a little baby mouse that he was squeezing, and as he was squeezing, I was like, I got so scared that I screamed, and when I screamed, I jumped. To this day, 14 years later, I don't know how I jumped over the hole, over my bag, and got to the other side, and I'm screaming, the baby's crying, and his mom is upset because I scared him, and now she can't find where he found the mouse. Because the teacher scared him, so now we can't find it. Genuinely funny moments that you keep to you. So, I want to end with this. You are about to start this new, wonderful, amazing journey, a new chapter in your lives. Like I told you, you have a power, in your hands to touch somebody's lives. And I wish you all the best. And I hope you use what you've learned, and you use your arms to hug when you need to hug, to hold when you need to hold, to let go when you need to let go, but to guide those kids. Treat them like you would your own kids. And if you don't have kids yet, like you would treat your nieces or nephews. And you have grandkids, because, oh, Lord, we love those, like, goodness gracious, treat them. And if you don't have kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, treat them like you would want someone to treat you. Because if you treat them that way, you're going to touch their lives. You're going to impact them in a way that they will remember you, even as the years go by. I wish you all the best, and may you all fill your bags, fill them up with lots of memories, lots of awesome moments. Good luck.
is the moment you've been waiting for. It's time for us to salute the graduates and they will get pinned. But before they do, I do want to say thank you again to Mrs. Damaris Santiago, a 14-year veteran speech language pathology assistant. I think you were a part of the first graduating class that I had here at FTCC. And I'm hopeful that you felt her passion as she was speaking, and I hope that you maintain that passion, graduates, as you navigate this profession. Because remember, it's not about the money. You're highly intelligent individuals. You can be anything you want to be, but you need to find that which you are passionate about, and you'll have a real good time every day when you go to work. All right, so without further ado, we are ready. Before we start, let's give her another round of applause. And I want to give her a small token of appreciation for saying thank you, or saying yes, I'm happy to come and pay it forward to the class of 2024. Thank you so much. And graduates, as your name is called, we're going to ask that you begin over here with where Dr. Roberto is located, followed by me. I'll pin you, and then you're going to step with Ms. Estep to grab a bag before you leave the stage, okay? All right.
Okay, let's hope I don't mess up these names. Donavia Alston Ray. Madison Ash. Morgan Brady. Abigail Cohen. Cummings. Malina Cummings. Skylar Cummings. Latanya Green.
There you go, baby. Yeah. Go ahead, baby. Yeah. They look good.
Angela Green. Jessica Johnson. Locklear. Odalis Martinez. Zoe Mercado López. And Aretha Moultrie.
Please join me in celebrating the class of 2024 one more time. At this time, we are going to take a few minutes and announce some special awards. Each of you are special in your very own way. And if we had enough time, we could celebrate each of you, but we don't, and I mean in an extra special way. And so we are going to take a few minutes to salute you by way of some special awards.
So, hello to all of the family members that's here. I'm Dr. Shatara Roborato. I've often been told that I'm the one that's talked about, especially in the fall. So, but I like to say one small thing. Sol, you said I filled your brains up to capacity or something, but I beg to differ because any task that I gave this class, they met me at my mark. They wanted study guides, so my study guides were very challenging for them because not only did we study together as a group, they would also have to tell me where in the PowerPoints and what page in the book did they get the answer from. And that was my way to know that they have read. So we met each other. So I would say maybe if I had to give an analogy, your brain is like a balloon, and the only thing I did if we were putting water on the inside of it is that I just got to that very bottom of it. But it's going to expand, and it's going to grow, and you have a whole lot more that each and every one of you can put in there, okay? Like Miss Gainey said, that you are brilliant, and you could have done anything else that you wanted to do, but this is what you chose to do. And I know that each and every one of you will be excellent at it. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I have the honor to present this year's Extra Effort Award. This award goes to 3 students who put in the work despite life circumstances. This year's candidates did not give up despite their individual circumstances. They recognized that they had a different journey and embraced their unique pathways to success with grace and smiles. Each student finished with a GPA of greater than 3.0. This year's Extra Effort Award goes to Miss Joyce Cummins, Miss LaTanya Green, and Miss Angela Green. I'll bring these.
Go ahead, baby.
All right. And I have the pleasure of presenting the Honeybee Award. Honeybees are hard workers, always striving for perfection. This year's candidates demonstrated outstanding performances, both academically and clinically. They carefully executed intervention techniques, applied constructive feedback, and always remained flexible. Both ladies demonstrated an academic hallmark of excellence, earning a grade point average of 3.8 and 3.9 respectively. I am pleased to present this year's Honeybee Awards to Ms. Jessica Johnson and Ms. Skylar Cummings.
I will present the Best All-Around Awards. This award goes to students who have excelled academically, clinically, and professionally. Additionally, this year, the award recipients maintained high GPAs while serving as disciplined athletes in multiple sports. This year's Best All-Around Award goes to Morgan Brady and Caitlin Locklear. And while I'm here, I also have the pleasure to present the Iron Mike Award. This award goes to someone who has excelled as a student while yielding to the growing pains of progress. This young lady has exemplified academic success and professional growth while gracing the roles of wife, mother, classmate, military spouse, and advocate. She graciously advocated for her classmates and herself, performed in an outstanding manner academically and clinically. She received constructive feedbacks in a mature manner. Her clinical supervisor reported that she was an extra special student. This young lady is truly an overachiever. She has exuded patience as she served alongside her husband, a United States service member. Thank you for your service. As they've transitioned from one duty station to the next, she's put her goals to the side to ensure the goal of the family. This student has earned a health program GPA and cumulative GPA of 4.0. This year's Iron Mike Award goes to Mrs. Heather Lee. Heather, I want you to know in front of everybody, I've said this to you privately, but it's your season. So shine brightly. You deserve it. While I'm standing, I would also like to recognize all of our graduates who will receive the distinguished recognition graduating with honors on Friday morning. At this time, please stand if you have earned a grade point average of 3.5 or higher in the major coursework. That's everybody. Congratulations on a job well done, ladies. You may be seated. I would also like to recognize a young lady who received the Golden Leaf Scholarship, which is a very distinguished scholarship to support her academic progress through FTCC, and that is Mrs. Skylar Cummings. Congratulations, Skylar. Among these ladies, we also have students who have already been accepted to a 4-year institution of higher learning. At this time, will you please stand and be recognized if you have moved forward and progressed? And we have Columbia College acceptance letters. We have UNC Pembroke acceptance letters. Those are the two represented. And last, but definitely not least, one of our very own speech language pathology assistant students will receive the distinguished honor of the President's Award. This is an award assigned to a student from the entire college. And so she was hand-selected because of who she is. She's a great person. She excels academically. She's excelled clinically. She's excelled as an athlete. She's actually a triathlete. She plays volleyball, softball, and basketball. And it brought me great joy to watch Megan and Caitlin to go out and support them at their softball game, and they got to see another side. I was a fan, I was. But it is with great honor, though, that I recognize Miss Morgan Brady for her. And she will walk with the presidential party and receive additional recognition at graduation on Friday. But congratulations, that's an amazing honor and job well done. Now at this time, I will invite both of the instructors, Ms. Estep and Dr. Roborato, back to give final words to the graduating class of 2024.
All right, congratulations, y'all. I am so happy for you, and I'm not going to keep you because you guys have heard all of the words of wisdom in the last hour. Sol, you gave an amazing speech. You were guiding your classmates on for success. And listen to Damaris. That bag idea is an amazing thought, right? You are going to fill bags with memories, good, bad, funny, everything. I leave you with one thing, and I've said this to you guys before. Be accountable. Be accountable for yourself. Be accountable for the parents and the children you work with. And you will be successful, and you will make a difference in everybody's lives that you touch, okay? Congratulations, y'all.
Well, all I can say is, for the ones that were there, and you saw when I did the swallowing, I wouldn't want to say class because it wasn't a class, a professional development for professionals. You saw my functional outcome. And you know I'm always about functional outcomes. So my tears and my joy and my bag, I was able to share with you in video, and you were able to see what the parent had to say back. And that's what you're looking for. Through all the kicking, through all the screaming, through all the bad behaviors, through all the parents and whatever they have going on in their lives, because you're going to be their counselor as well and their listening ear, you have to stay focused for that functional outcome. And in that brief moment of that little second, when you see it and you feel it, you'll say, it was all worth it. And that's what I want you to remember when you start each time with any client, with any patient, with any family. You remember that video, and you remember the joy on that baby's face when he ate at 3 years old his first birthday cake. You remember that joy that that baby had, and remember that first picture I showed you of the tears and the cries and him putting his food, vomiting his food in my hand. Remember the two different and the outcome at the end, because that's what you want. You want the outcome, that functional outcome at the end. I say congratulations, and you all did a wonderful job, and I am so happy for you.
All right, class of 2024, 2024, 2024. That's your number. Congratulations. We are so proud of you. As you transition and take this journey, they've addressed clinical related things. I'm going to say personal things. Please be mindful that you are enough and that you have what it takes. Give yourself grace, because there will be bad days, as Ms. Damaris just shared with you. It's life. But be mindful that it's okay to pivot. It's okay to make a mistake. It's how you fall forward that will make all the difference. Remember that we oftentimes think about doctors, we think about nurses, we think about emergency medical technicians as first responders. But speech language professionals are first responders when it comes to communication. You will be on the front line of a family that finds out that their child has autism. You actually might receive that family before they have that diagnosis, and they come to you with an expectation for you to fix it. But you quickly realize this child has global delays. It's bigger than what we do. It's bigger than our scope of practice. That family will have to engage in the emotional cycle. Remember, it's cyclical. Think about how you would want to be treated. Think about how you would want someone to treat your child. Think about how you would want someone to treat your parent. And on their worst day, treat them with love. I salute you and I challenge you to continue to walk your walk, embrace it, and pay it forward. God bless you, and may heaven smile upon you. Before we go, we have these wonderful baskets that have been provided by our wonderful community partners. And as they are going to the baskets and to get the tickets together, I am going to thank our community partners, because I believe they deserve recognition. I say this to students, and I want to say it in front of each of you. The Speech Language Pathology Assistant Program is blessed in that the community support is outstanding. Anytime I send an email, they respond. And so they responded, and we are not only able to give one basket, but we are able to give 4 graduates baskets this year. So we thank Ms. Shawnee Wilby, who is in the house, or who is in the auditorium on this evening with Lee County Schools. Thank you for your donation. We thank Therapy Playground. We thank Better Journey Speech with Ms. Belinda Matajubeya and Ms. Joanne Duke. We thank Professional Early Intervention Services. We thank Carolina Therapy Services, Speech Solutions by way of Ms. Elizabeth Sessions, A to Z Speech Therapy by way of Ms. Aaliyah Boone, Jenna Estep, your instructor, by way of Village Pediatrics and Cumberland County Schools, and SLP assistant grad who's paying it forward, and she sowed a mighty seed, Miss Jessica Amborn. 2 years ago, she was the guest speaker. So we thank them, and whether they're here or not. And we know that the seeds that they've sown will reap a good harvest. And so we wish you well with them. And they're going to draw the ticket numbers, and you can come get your basket from Ms. Estep. And afterwards, we're going to invite Ms. Eileen Hatch, who represents the FTCC Foundation and the Alumni Association. And before Dr. Roverato takes her seat, we also thank the FTCC Foundation, because they have been gracious with our program since I've been here, to be honest with you. Remember I told you they were the ones who bought the food. You said, thank you, Ms. Gainey. I said, the money didn't come out my pocket. It was the FTCC Foundation. I asked, they say you have not because you asked not. Well, I asked, and they said yes. And so they fed you on that day. And they always are giving and sowing into this program in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So we do thank you as well. And we'll give her an opportunity to have a few words before the benediction. But congratulations, class of 2024.
So the first number I have is 436921. Morgan! The next number is 436997. 997. Someone has it. Last three numbers, 997. Angela! Woo! The next ticket is 436812. 812. And the last ticket to be drawn. Let's see. 436805. 805. Again? Thank each and every one of you.
And while Ms. Hatch is coming, I do want to also recognize Super Duper Publications. Super Duper Publications, they're another entity that I email and ask, and they always come through. They donated the bags that the ladies have, and as Damaris said, we are bag ladies. And so they donated those bags and some of the goodies that are in your smaller bag as well.
I just want to quickly bring greetings and say congratulations from the foundation office. This has been truly inspiring to be in the midst of such girl power. This is fabulous. We are proud of you. We know you are on the cusp of doing great things. So go and be your best. Be confident in who you are, what you've learned, and know that we are excited to welcome you into the Alumni Association. Once you graduate, you are an alum, and we are glad to have you. Again, congratulations, you've earned it.
Let's bow our heads for the benediction. Lord, as we gather here for this great accomplishment, first, we want to thank you, God, for all that you have done for each one of these graduates. God, we thank you, God, for allowing them to have understanding families and friends that's been there to support them, to honor them. God, we ask that you not stop your blessings now, but to continue to bless the speech language pathology assistant class of 2024. Bless their families, allow love, peace, joy, happiness, patience, humbleness to reign on the inside of each and every one of them. Help them to stay true to their dreams. Help them to use their gifts to grow young ones, older ones, whomever they may touch. Help them to use their gifts wisely. So as they walk into this fantastic future with you as their leader, they will do it all with faith, with hope, and with great love for each of their family members that supported them and their friends, for themselves, and for the clients that they will meet. God, may they live lives that reveal your hope and be guided in everything that they do by your everlasting truth. May our blessings follow each graduate as they walk on this new journey. May the blessings, God, that are bestowed upon them as communication leaders, as hope givers, as listening ear persons, may this hold true and continue to be with them. May the passion on the inside of them always stay fired up, and don't let it die. May each one of their hearts always reflect love and truth. And more than anything, allow each graduate to shine a light of hope into each new day as a speech language pathology assistant. Amen.